Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order, please, if you'll join us in the pledge of allegiance first. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Minutes. Got 4 sets. I've got Commissioners' minutes, August 26th, September 16th, September 30th, and October 7th of 2025. I would entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve those, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Yep. Reports. Do you have anything, Helen?
We got the clerk recorder report this morning. That's all I have. We got something from,
And the treasurer's report.
Treasurers?
yeah, that one.
Okay,
And we
Come on,
got
let's go
some
watch.
from Francis that I did not. open.
oh, the end of the month?
Yeah, they had a lot
Um,
of stuff for,
Yeah, the monthly report.
Okay. If you want to show that in the record as such, then, please. Okay, any correspondence?
I have none.
Have none. Commissioners?
I have a quick one, our road, what do you call him? Thinking of the word, but they were looking at the flap grant applications,
yeah.
our engineer, that's what I'm trying to say, our road engineer got back to us on the flap grants, and it sounds like they're gonna open that up in, January of 27, so we'll have all next year to prepare for flap grants, it sounds like. I
More
don't know if
flashlights.
I don't know if they're due on on January 27th, or if they just open on that, so I sent him that question and I haven't heard back.
And that won't include the one that was up there on Cataract Creek. Well, that's-
No, that one's already in process.
That's
so
what I want
that
to make
one's
sure. That's
kinda-
why I asked.
we're
When you say
Just
that,
wait until
just how things are.
it comes out. I think it is in 26.
I think it should be next year,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll
I think
probably
so.
see that one get going, this is new stuff, so.
Yep.
Okay,
I think Bear was talking about pretty much any county road that leads into the forest, into the public lands, we should have a flap grant open for those, so.
okay,
That's what we're gonna work on before they're due
okay.
in 27, so just wanna let you guys know that.
Thank you, Commissioner. You have anything, Commissioner Doolittle?
I don't.
Okay. Moving along. Okay, calendar review. Helen, please.
Okay, tonight at 5 DUI task force.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, there's a ticket board at 9:30. I've got no routine in the afternoon. Clancy Water and Sewer, tornado at 6:30. Thursday, there's not gonna be any survey review. Solid Waste Advisory Council.
I think that's a
On
Mike,
Teams?
Mike thing, I don't know why it shows up on our calendar, but Mike
Okay.
usually attends that if he feels like it.
It's Commissioner Kirsch's Friday. And Monday, Parks, Recreation and Trails, Committee meeting at 6:30.
And I'm helping with road interviews 20 at 9
What day is that?
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Anything else, Commissioner Doolittle?
That's it.
Yeah. Commissioner Kirsch?
Fire council tonight, 6:30 Jefferson City. And then I've got, trying to think what the other one is, something Thursday afternoon. I don't know why that one doesn't show up on the calendar, Helen, the Rocky Board, Rocky Mountain. That's not showing up on your calendar, 3:30 in Helena. So I think that's all I had that she didn't mention, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Commissioner reports, Commissioner Doolittle.
I didn't have much. I had some road complaints and spoke to the newspaper about some of those, and that was about it. I missed survey review, but I gave him my expert opinion the next day.
Still stands, right? Okay, Commissioner Kirsch, sir.
A couple weeks ago on Thursday morning, the health department was doing their state of mind. I'm trying to think what the event, I don't know if Craig went to part of that, but they had kind of a get together.
Yep.
After action review or something on Thursday morning, and Barb caught me coming into work and she said, you gotta be there. And I said, that was good, actually, a good review of the whole program and some of the things we can do to help with the mental health. situation in the county but I stopped by there for an hour or so and that was good information. I think it was in the newspaper this last week, that whole thing, so if anybody's interested in that. And yeah, the last week has been quiet for me, which is unusual. I usually have at least 2 or 3 meetings, but I don't think I had a meeting besides our usual stuff last week. So we had solid waste board meeting this morning. Mike's doing a good job. Just pretty much business as usual. No injuries to report. He's working on bids on a new truck. He was estimating probably between $275,000 and $300,000 for a new hook truck for the solid waste department. And he got a bid through, I'm trying to think what it's through. It's through what's it called?
Sourcewell.
Okay, Sourcewell. Okay, that's right. I'm turning my hearing aids up. Sourcewell, which is a bidding company that does all governmental agencies, and whoever signs up for it can go through that. And the one he's looking at is gonna run around $250,000, so a little bit of a savings on that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else worth mentioning. One of our trucks is down right now. We think it's got a piston ring blown out of it. They're gonna tear the engine down, and hopefully it's something simple like that they can repair easily. We've got one more truck running fine, and this is a slow time of year, so luckily it happened when it was slow. Junk vehicles, he says he's hauled 3 this last month. That's a program where if you got a junk vehicle, you just need to get rid of it sitting in your yard, you can call Mike up and they can come out and take a look at it and get it hauled away for free, and it gets thrown into our yard and gets crushed and taken care of eventually. It's a good way to get rid of old cars that have no value, and this actually you pay for that through your registration. It all comes through your registration fees, and that's a program available to us, so works really good. And we met with Terry treasurer for a few minutes this morning as well, and she gave us her report, and she's finally balanced. It took her a couple months to get balanced, but she was very happy. She found the outstanding balance. So, and we had a good lunch with Senator Beard and Kelly from ED's office, and good discussion all around for the lunch today. And I think that was all I had this last week, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thing I've got is, I was the same as Commissioner Kirsch. The only meeting I had last night was a town hall meeting in Whitehall. I brought up, it was mentioned about, our women's prison, and, was what is it, RPI or RPI? RFI was mentioned, and that you can find it on our website of the Jefferson County, -mt.gov if they want to see it. It's 7 pages long, but the transparency is all theirs for the communications. And then also mentioned, and then our sheriff told us, and I passed it on to them. He had sent us an email. He couldn't attend today with our luncheon meeting, but at the same time, he had stated that he's got 2 other candidates for hire right now, but they have to go through the protocol of the background check, and as for the mental health and all that kind of stuff. So if that's the case and it works out, then he'll be fully staffed. And then as for today, during the luncheon at this time, Senator Sheehy's representative, Tim Sheehy's representative is here, and that's all I have for commissioner reports. So I would now open it up to public comment, and as Tim Sheehy's office or representative wish to say anything?
I'll pass today.
Okay. Had enough,
She's
huh?
not getting paid, so.
Oh, that's right. Done had enough,
Don't
huh?
have to say anything.
No, I mean, I can give you, I can definitely give you an update. Obviously, the government is shut down.
Mhm.
So, there have now been 11 votes in the Senate, so, still ongoing, still trying to get it back opened up. And then the other piece that I think I would mention is the Fix Our Forest Act, which is a bipartisan, bill with the senator and several western states senators did just pass out of the agricultural committee, the Senate Ag Committee. So hopefully we'll see that come to the floor for a vote soon. It has already passed the House, so this would be a great step. And then, we would go with the reconciliation. So, but right now the big topic is, of course, the shutdown and what will happen going forward. So, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Is the Fix Our Forest when you can go into the SRS, or is it something different?
No, so that is something different, but SRS, it has passed the Senate. We have, we've gotten a lot of, asks about that. SRS has passed the Senate. It has not been brought up in the House. It's still in the committee in the House. So, that's another big topic, of course, pushing to get it through. So.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? We can't do anything for about 4 more minutes, so.
Anybody else, public comment? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Susan, I'm muted. Susan, I don't know if she had something to say. Let me see if she wants to unmute.
I don't. I was just interested in seeing what this was all about and trying to get more involved in my community. So thank you.
Thanks for being here, Susan.
Hey, Luke, I know you've been on here before. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir?
No, nothing today. Glad to see you all, and thanks for letting me listen in.
Absolutely. Anything else that, nobody? Okay, so we just gotta wait a few minutes. I know we're fairly close.
Great West got back to me on that flap grant. It sounds
Yes.
like the grant application will open in January of 27, and they'll have three months to actually put them in, so I think we'll probably start working on them next year and get them all lined up just to throw in there
Yep, so we know.
early.
Thank you.
They're not due till March, so.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully the government's open by then.
You're really gonna put her on the spot, aren't you?
Yeah, she's here, might as well pick on her. We had a camera, what is it, Paramount? Paramount's
Right.
been in the
Oh,
county on the south side, Whitehall for a few weeks, and they're
Filming a
doing
movie.
some,
Um,
what's it called, Madison?
Yes.
The series of Madison, I don't know if anybody's seen that, but they're doing quite a few scenes down there. Was it the KG Ranch area for a while, I think, and then the Hot Springs
Yeah.
Road, we closed part of that, or closed the road so they could do some scenes in there last week, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think they probably use some of the resources in Whitehall for some economic benefit, if they're,
That I don't know. That I have not heard anything about.
it'd be interesting to
regard.
know if they,
Just signings from DOT, that's all I know.
if they eat lunch and stuff there locally, I'm not sure if they do, but. It's fun to see, if you're watching a movie and you see your backyard, that's pretty cool to see that stuff.
Is that a spinoff of Yellowstone?
It could be, I don't know.
I think it's the same part in the sense of the company,
I
just
think-
like 1931. Keep going, you're on a roll. I'm almost done
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to think of anything else that's been going on worth mentioning. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention was we got word back on the grant application. Basin was trying to slip under Clancy Water Sewer,
Mhm.
trying to think of the name of that grant,
Yeah.
CDBG grant, yeah.
Yeah.
And we got denied that. They said the
Ah.
county's got too many of those open right now that it wouldn't be fair
Okay.
to give you another one in between, so. I haven't heard back from Basin or the engineer on that, but yeah, they said. Which is unfortunate because at least two of them have been hanging out there for years.
Well, there's one in Clancy that they said we have open, but no one can figure out about it. Like Ronnie's supposed to have, they say about 3 is our capacity. But even Megan was like trying to call people and figure out like, why is this one still open if it's not even a grant we're using? But
It's not the Clancy Water Sewer one.
it's one through Clancy Water, but it was done years ago.
Hmm.
And so Megan called the person that she was working with and she's like, I don't know. So maybe we just need to
I'll have to follow up
talk
on
with
that.
Converse a little bit, cause yeah, there was the 3 that they had out there, but the one we haven't used in years. So maybe
Well, I know when Clancy Water Sewer started going, they had just had a whole bunch of grants all stacked up and the CDBG was one of them.
Yeah,
But it's been years. I mean, it's been since I've been a commissioner that's been open and they just been working on getting a project together to spend it. So it might just be one that's hanging out there for
and
them.
it might just be we missed the paperwork to close it, so it might be
Yeah,
good to
that might be
follow
too.
up, it might
Yeah.
just be that, and then that.
Maybe it was
counts.
on the sewer side and yeah.
Yeah.
But they're on the water side now, so I'm sure they still have one.
Yeah, everything that's been drawn from is like, well, ARPA, NAB, and other, not CDBG, other ones, that's what we've been drawing on for the past few years. Not CDBG.
I'll have to ask the engineer about that one and see if it's maybe something it's not even on their radar. Is it sitting there open maybe? Who knows?
I think so.
So who is the main engineer now? Is it not Colette anymore?
It is.
It's still Colette? Okay.
Yep.
You good?
I'm good. Yes, thank you.
Okay, we're now ready for the time specific. First one up is a preliminary plat review of the Pioneer Place subdivision in Corbin.
This is Ryan Lay, he is the subdivider. I'll give you guys a quick update. This is a proposed subdivision will be on one lot containing 11.26 acres. It'll be divided into 5 lots, all for single family residential use. The lots will vary from size from 1.4 acres to 2.88 acres. There is no zoning in this area, so we don't need to worry about that. There is one variance, and that is to the Jefferson County Road Standards, section 4.1.n, and that is for ends of driveways exceeding 100 feet must have a turnaround area for emergency vehicles, which are designed as a cul-de-sac with minimum 50-foot driving surface. Due to the area of these lots up in there, they have proposed to do a 60-foot wide turnaround. And they have had grace with the fire department and Bear up there to review it and approve of the turnaround, the proposed turnaround. So that variance is in there. Lots 3, 4, and 5 will be accessed off Corbin Road, and lots 1 and 2 will go off Meadowlark. Lot 1 and 2 will have to join the Meadowlark Ridge RMD, and that's all in the conditions as well. We did have them do a groundwater study to indicate for water sufficiency. They each 5 lots will have their own well. There are utilities already through there through Northwestern Energy, and Ryan did contact them and they can provide services as well. They did provide a fire suppression plan, vegetation management plan, and a weed management plan. We do have a signed weed management plan. They did work with Tri-County Fire Safe Working Group to do a hazardous fuels assessment, and the work to be done in that is in the conditions. We did receive comments back from Doug Dodge, and those are bolded in your packet. We did a subdivision hazard review, kind of talking about the basic fire issues there. They are within a fire district, just so you guys know that, please. And all of those parts will be recorded with their final document. They worked with the weed board. Let's see. They are not proposing covenants, but they will have the standard items on the face of the final plat, and those are listed in your document as well. Parkland is not needed because it is a minor subdivision. And based on the conditions, findings of fact, staff report, they all support the approval if the commission chooses to approve. The planning board did recommend to approve the first variance and the approval of this. When we got into the staff report, we did notice that originally where it said all lots needed to join Meadowlark Ridge, lot 1 and 2 are the only ones. And so this planning board did put that in their approval, the recommended approval for the corrections for lots only 1 and 2, only lot 1 and 2 to join the rural maintenance district. So we did make that correction.
Where does lot 3 come down? Is that by Bridget Lane or is
Lot
that to the
three-
east? I mean, yeah, to the east. And then I see the other 2, 4 and 5 are south of Portland Road.
See the driveway right there.
The driveway's-
Corbin Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's not when you turn off.
right,
Corbin,
I'm with you
keep
here.
going Down Corbin and you get to.
And this is
that.
gonna be on the other side of Portland
Yep.
Road now that wasn't there.
Yeah, the north side, whatever it is,
Mr. Reed.
south side, I guess. it would be.
Okay, so that's still part of that. Yep, okay. Commissioners, any questions?
Did they explain to you why the driveway is like that?
What do you, the why?
You got the red and green and the.
So the red is gonna be lot 2's driveway
Okay,
and the green is lot 1's driveway. It's just
Okay.
a little bit for, make it easier to read the color coding.
so this hammerhead is essentially a turnaround
Yeah.
spot. It's not to get into lot 1 and lot 2. Okay, gotcha. That makes
Instead
sense.
of the cul-de-sac, that's where their variance is. Instead of the
Right,
cul-de-sac
yep.
there, that's the why.
Okay, that makes sense. Looks pretty cut and dry, pretty easy, small little subdivision. Looks like you got all your parts and pieces together. That's great. We need to do a separate motion on the variance.
Variance first and then discuss and decide on the variance requested and then discuss and decide adopting or amending the proposed findings of facts and conditions. for approval.
It should be in your memo.
Yes.
Oh, you got us a memo?
Yeah. Oh, you might not have printed it. Did you give them a copy of it? Lindsay emailed it over to you.
Oh, right before the meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah, I printed it on the
yeah, I never made it over to like, yes, okay, that's
But it was
fine.
there at the
Okay,
bottom, 2 bulleted items.
that's fine.
Do you want to look at that, Mr. Chairman?
Did you have a chance to look at it like? Yeah.
Was it topography that you couldn't get a cul-de-sac in there or?
Yeah, it's right, where the end of the driveway would be, kind of sits in a bottom,
Okay,
and I'd have to,
fill that up.
well,
or-
I'd have to put a 75-foot long pipe underneath
Oh, gotcha.
the middle of a cul-de-sac, and it just would ruin the whole area, so.
For sure, yeah, that makes sense. Fire department's a big one, if they're okay with, as long as they can get in there, get turned around and get out, that's typically our biggest concern.
So, can I ask a question? or-
Absolutely.
Are we to that point where I can
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
ask a question? My question is just in regards to your question about the driveways. It's kind of an odd, the little red and green system, and if you look at the lots, it creates a real odd shape there. And I've been losing sleep at night because it's so weird. And so as I've been thinking about it, as I've been looking at my conditions for preliminary approval and stuff, it says any amendments to the preliminary design or plans prior to receiving final plat approval shall be reviewed and approved by the governing bodies, which I assume are you guys, prior to final plat approval being granted. I wondered if it were possible for me to show you an alternative.
No, not at this point. That is the proposal that went through the planning board. So we have to stick with that. If you want to make amendments, you'd have to come back with an amendment
Okay,
and we'd have to review that.
and Who is we?
It starts with the planning
does it have
staff
to
and
go
it
through the
goes through the
planning
planning
board and
board
everything?
and it comes to the commissioners,
Just
yeah.
because I struggled with because my original proposal, I had a driveway kind of looping around and back out to Corbin Road. And I was told that would need to be built to county standards and be deemed a road. And I couldn't find anything in the county road standards that said why. And I sent a number of emails and made some phone calls and I never got a response as to why. And so that weird red and green thing was my best guess. And the reality is that's not super logical, nor is it very practical to do it that way. It would be much easier to just have a shared driveway with lot 1 using one portion of the Y and lot 2 using the other portion of the Y. But because I couldn't get a response, I had to just do my best guess.
So we did talk with the county attorney about this. It is not a shared driveway. We don't have shared driveways in our county. If more than one is sharing a driveway, it's a road. So it would have to be considered a road. It would have to be built to the county road standards. And we did talk with the county attorney about it.
And you have the opportunity between preliminary and final to make any adjustments. If you decide you want to do something different with this, you can talk to Ladena and see if it follows our standards. If it does, then you can go through that amendment process. It just got to go to the planning board, then to us, and we either say yes or no, then we move down the line to the final. So it's not a tough process to change it.
But the thing with this is the design that you came up with was something that would be doable without having to build a road. That's, even though it seems goofy to meet our standards, that was the only way to really work around it without him having to build a road that meets the county standards.
And that's pretty substantial, I think. County road standards are.
Right, exactly, for the 2 lots.
And I guess that's my question, is I couldn't find anywhere in the county road standards where it prohibited a shared driveway in any way. And so that, like,
We'd have to find that.
We
Is
don't
that-
have shared driveways, that's the thing. It's either a road or it's a driveway for a lot. There's
Okay.
no shared driveways in the standards.
That
Even
makes
our
sense.
new,
So if you have more than one house or dwelling unit on any road, it's gonna be considered a road, not a driveway. As soon as you have more than one, so that's
Okay.
kind of how we look at it.
and even the draft subdivision regulations we're working on, they don't have shared driveways.
Mhm.
Because what ends up happening down the road is people decide they want to divide their lot again. And then once they do that, then we have these undersized roads,
Yeah.
which were supposed to be a shared driveway, and now it's serving more. And then it's just becomes an issue for the emergency services people and.
So yeah,
So
so
we
that's a
don't have
decision you'll have to
that.
make. I mean, depending on what you want to do, if you want to bring it up to county road standards and make a loop, you sure can do that. If you want to keep it small and keep it a driveway, then you'll have to probably stick with this plan.
okay.
And part of the other issue with making the loop through there was an easement, but the easement, once the county attorney reviewed the easement wasn't something that allowed for expansion of additional lots to be using this easement that was there. It was a very narrow easement. That's why when we were working on the project, the best design was to have these 2 separate accesses if you didn't want to build a road. Otherwise, you'd be building a road, you'd be putting in a cul-de-sac at the end of it because you can't get the access out the other side. We'd only have one ingress and egress. When you're building a road, you'd have to have multiple ingresses and egresses. We can't get that up there. So this just driveways, single driveways for each lot was the only thing that really seems like it works
Mhm.
without asking for a whole bunch of other variances and things. And then building a road to meet the county standards
Okay.
and having.
Well, that's stuff you guys can hash out,
plans and
you know, in the future here between preliminary and final. If you want to look at different options or whatever, Lydia is very sharp at what you can and can't do up there and we'd be glad to look at that if you find a good idea that fits your need better. We can work on that
But
in
I can't
between.
present that idea right now.
No.
Can't do that right now, no. It's got to go through the process to get to us,
Okay.
so we can't change it in the middle. Yeah.
Great.
Any other discussion?
Just for the record, I am happy to just move forward as is.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, any other questions, commissioners? Have you had time to review what we've got?
Yep.
Okay. I believe we got to deal with the variance first, correct?
Yep.
And from what I saw in here, that's variance 1, is that correct?
Yeah, it's listed in the report.
Yeah, it's variance number 1. Okay. I'll go ahead and entertain a motion in regards to the variance of number 1 then.
Can you just state what that is, Dan? So-
Absolutely. Let me find it here. I just lost it. Planning board's recommendations, that one?
No, just what the variance.
Oh,
To, I think it's a section of the subdivision regulations for turnaround standard or something.
4.1.9.
Yeah.
oh. Okay, this one, the proposed subdivision would allow one lot consisting of a total of 11.26 acres to be divided into 5 lots, not one.
No.
Yeah, would you please?
Just read it,
I'm not a
Lindsay.
realtor or anything by any
Alright.
means.
So. See, the voting in favor of the commission's variance number 1 to allow for a modified turnaround at the end of the driveway based on findings and presented in the
That's
draft
what I was gonna
report.
read, but
Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't want to do the book, but okay, you're right. Okay. Do I repeat that again, gentlemen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, where does she start? They voted, recommending that the county commissioners approve of variance number 1 to allow for a modified turnaround at the end of a driveway based on the findings as presented in the staff report. You want to read it again?
That's
Okay.
good.
Okay, entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve the variance that chairman just read. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, have a second? Second. Okay, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's the first part. Now, recommendation for. Going on the next page.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Okay, discuss and decide on adopting or amending the proposed findings of fact and conditions of approval. I would entertain a motion in regards to. This, what is it? Pioneer Place subdivision.
You have them pulled up, Corey.
Yeah, I'll move to approve the preliminary plat of the Pioneer Place subdivision, including the proposed findings in fact by the planning board.
And conditions.
And conditions, I didn't say conditions?
Nope.
I didn't, okay. Findings in fact and conditions. Alan, please.
Thank you, sir.
Is that good?
Have a second? Second. Hey, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. You should come up here today and be teacher.
I'm done.
You know, Basin is still looking.
No, thank you.
Thanks for the input, though. Okay. Any other, I think that pretty much concludes this one.
Yep.
Okay. Got new paperwork. Okay. Next one, public hearing on resolution 22-2025, the resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy. Who's up?
Me.
I thought you might be.
So we've been back to you guys several times with this. We had a couple public hearings on it. About a month ago, we did. We did the resolution of intention to adopt the growth policy. So this is a total overhaul of our growth policy. Our last one was done in 2003 with a minor update in 2009. So this document will be an improvement over what we have in our old growth policy, better reflects what's currently going on in our county. Every 5 years, we are required to take a look at the document and update it just to reflect the current conditions. So that's really what this update is, and it's a long overdue update. We've taken that out to public hearings. We had open houses. We did surveys and collected comments. So all of that was used to build this document that you guys have in front of you. And this is the last step. So once it gets adopted, it becomes official the day it's adopted. And you should have a resolution, do you have that?
Okay. Yep, pretty much you covered it all, Jim. You have any questions? Nope.
Is it short enough to read down or? is it-
Oh, okay, I can read, that's what I was wondering. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, whereas the Jefferson County Growth Policy serves as the official policy document used by Jefferson County to guide current and future social, economic, and environmental and physical policy related to growth and development in the county. And whereas Jefferson County is required to have a growth policy under Montana state law, and whereas Montana Code annotated 76-1-601 authorizes the Jefferson County Commissioners to adopt or revise a growth policy or any of its parts. And whereas on May 14th, 2025, the Jefferson County Planning Board held a public hearing, and at the conclusion of the hearing, unanimously, somebody would phone the word for me, please. Unanimously to recommend to the Jefferson County Commission to adopt the updated growth policy. And whereas on August 12th, 2025, the Jefferson County Commission conducted a public hearing on the draft updated growth policy recommended for adoption by the Jefferson County Planning Board. And whereas following August 12th, 2025 public hearing, the Jefferson County Commission voted to proceed with a resolution of intent to adopt the updated growth policy. Whereas on September 30th, 2025, the Jefferson County Commission passed and adopted resolution number 21-2025. Resolution of intent to adopt the updated Jefferson County growth policy referred to as growth policy update. And whereas on October 8th and 15th, 2025, notice of a public hearing to consider adoption of resolution number 22-2025. Resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy referred to as growth policy update was published in the Boulder Monitor and Whitehall Ledger. And whereas a public hearing was held on October 21st, 2025, in which public comment was taken, and the Jefferson County Commission considered approval and adoption of resolution number 22-2025. Resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy referred to as growth policy update. And whereas following the hearing, the Jefferson County Commission voted to adopt resolution number 20, I'm sure there's a dash in there, 22, there should be a dash, 2025. Resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy referred to as growth policy update. According, it is resolved resolution number 22-2025, resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy referred to as growth policy update is hereby approved and adopted as the official growth policy for Jefferson County, Montana. So, all right. All right, gentlemen, I would entertain a motion, or does everybody understand it first? Or entertain the motion? Okay,
I'll make a motion with that we adopt resolution 22-2025, resolution adopting the updated Jefferson County growth policy.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
all right, any other discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I mean, it's not on the agenda here. Does anybody has anything to say? If not, we're going to be adjourned.
All right, I will shut the meeting off.